We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half. Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. They'll run for the 1st time here with Matt Breida. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. That's out to the left and complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And on the ground they go with the running back. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 22. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They
and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One
of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Slings this deep from McCoy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Matt Breida, 79 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Chase Young. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Get ready! Get ready!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. On
2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
And for the Charger touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz, the tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. Right side here, and that's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Wentz. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
There you go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Wentz now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. Wentz now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Strap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now here's a carry heading left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards